181 Guidelines for Buddhist Practice, Part 2. Author unknown. Those who merely praise and admire us are not true teachers. The real wise ones are those who can point out our mistakes, guide us in the right direction, and help us improve. It is through them that we can truly progress. What you currently have will become someone else's upon your death, so why not give it to those who truly need it now? Practicing for the sake of praise is like a flower trampled underfoot. Living a day in vain, doing nothing, is like committing theft. Being able to humble oneself is true nobility. Making many connections means not hurting anyone. Silence is the best response to slander. Respecting others is a way to dignify yourself. Having a selfless heart means having everything. Hatred can never resolve hatred, only compassion can resolve hatred. This is an eternal truth. Accepting fate is better than complaining. For unchangeable facts, accepting fate is the best solution. Do not let the delusion of others trouble you, and do not let their ignorance cause you suffering. If others speak ill of you, do not get angry or upset. If they speak well of you, do not be overly pleased. There is good within the bad and bad within the good. It depends on how you use it. Even if you are clearly in the right, yet others adamantly claim you are wrong, you should still seek their forgiveness. The essence of practice lies in enduring all things and advancing in spite of apparent unfairness. Even when you are undeniably correct, seeking forgiveness from others is a part of the practice. When your mistakes are revealed, do not lose your temper. Arguing or complaining will not hide or overcome your flaws. Do not always feel unfortunate. There are many more suffering people in the world than you. The foolish person always wants others to understand him. The wise person works hard to understand himself. If you always consider others to be right and yourself wrong, you will have fewer worries. Coming into this world is incidental, but leaving is inevitable. Therefore, you must remain constant in the face of change, and adapt to change while remaining constant. Compassion is your best weapon. Only by facing reality can you transcend reality. Conscience is the most impartial judge. You can deceive others, but you can never deceive your own conscience. Those who do not know how to love themselves cannot love others. Studying Buddhism is essentially learning how to be a person. When a virtuous person practices wrong methods, the wrong methods become correct. When a wicked person practices correct methods, the correct methods become wicked. Everything is created by the mind. Sometimes we need to calmly ask ourselves what we are pursuing and why we are living. Do not distance yourself from close friends over minor disputes, nor forget great kindnesses over minor grievances. Being brave and accepting others' criticism helps adjust your own shortcomings. Be grateful for what you have and for what you do not have. Compassion is to always consider others' perspectives and to act for their benefit. Learning Buddhism is not about seeking solace in death, but about living freely and transcending in the present moment. The Buddha never forces others to do what they dislike. He only teaches what is good and what is bad. Good and evil are for oneself to choose, and life is for oneself to manage. Letting go means removing your discriminative mind, sense of right and wrong, gain and loss, and attachment. Speak without hostility or harm, do not boast about your own abilities, and do not broadcast the faults of others. This will naturally turn enemies into friends. Those who frequently point out others' faults are often not good themselves, as they do not take the time to reflect on their own behavior. Disputes arise every day. If you don't listen, they naturally disappear. Disputes arise every day. Even if you don't listen, they still exist. Disputes arise every day. What will you do about it? True giving is to let go of your worries, anxieties, discriminations, and attachments. If you truly love someone, you must tolerate their flaws. To overcome the fear of death, you must accept the concept that everyone in the world will eventually die. Of all the patients, doctors find it hardest to treat themselves. Of all sentient beings, those who are self-righteous are the hardest to save. A donkey will never become a fine horse no matter how good the grass it eats. Similarly, practicing with attachment and discrimination, no matter how diligent, will not lead to enlightenment. Those who understand the eternal truth will not grieve over birth and death, as these are inevitable. Even though you may dislike someone, if you can still recognize their strengths and virtues, such a person with such cultivation is truly rare in this world. If you can let everything be as it is, you are truly free in this world. Always tell yourself, I am the happiest person because I have encountered the Dharma, there is no other happiness besides this. If you can repeat, I do not need to worry about this small matter, 21 times each day, you will find an incredible strength within yourself. Try it, it is very effective.